I cannot tell you guys how extremely lucky I got buying this brand new MacBook Air 15-inch M5 in silver. I mean, seriously, the timing was insane. Why did I get so lucky? Well, there is a crazy story behind it. Watch till the end of the video so I can tell you exactly what went down. But first, in this video, we are going to cover everything. We're going to unbox this. We're going to go through the classic design. We're going to deep dive into the hardware updates, talk about the pricing in Pakistan and the US, and finally answer the big question: who should upgrade? First up, let's unbox this beauty. Now look, Apple never disappoints with its unboxing experience. It always feels premium, and no matter what anyone says, it's always exciting from pulling these tabs to the end. Inside the box, you get your laptop, obviously, a beautiful braided MagSafe power cable that perfectly matches the silver color of the laptop, and some basic paperwork. And yep, in case you were wondering, Apple stickers are officially long gone. So don't be having an eye out for those in this box. But hold up, what's different this time compared to my old M4 unboxing is that I upgraded my charger to the 70-watt brick for ultra fast charging. Obviously, I was very satisfied with the 40 watts dual USB, but I really want to give it a try for the ultra super fast charging. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon right now, because I am going to be making a YouTube short comparing how fast the 35-watt charger charges the MacBook compared to how fast the 70-watt brick that I just upgraded to charges the MacBook. Now, first off, let's jump into its design. Nothing from last year has changed except one major change compared to the M4. I'm gonna get to that change right in the end of this segment, so hold up for that. But talking about the design, the exact same silver color. You can see it's, very premium. On this side of the laptop, we got the same MagSafe charging thing going on with two USB-C Thunderbolt ports. And on this side, just like before, we got the headphone jack. Speakers, as you know, they were tucked in right below the screen, tucked in. Very nice place for speakers, I believe, because the sound bounces right off the screen to you. That just makes the sound amazing. Everything else, the dimensions and everything stays the same. So no changes in the design, except one major change that I told you I would tell you in the end of the video is they've changed the keyboard yet again. Now remember, coming from the M2 or M3 towards the M4, we got to see that one mute button just got a line identifying it's actually a mute button. Now this time around, there is no more text on the major keys. Like, Apple used to type here return. There's just an arrow now. No tab, no caps lock, no shift, just arrows, just signals. So sarcastically, that's a pretty major change, I mean, there is no way you can differentiate the M5 from the M4 unless you open your laptop, show your keyboard to someone, then there's a difference. But on the other hand, typing is smooth. I mean, if you listen to the sound, this is as smooth as a keyboard gets. I mean, I'm very satisfied with the Apple keyboard on the MacBooks. It's very satisfying, oddly satisfying. Might be always room for improvements, but I think this is it. This is the keyboard. So that was all from the design. Let's move on and talk about something where actual improvements are. That is the hardware. Now the M5 chip compared to the M4 chip is 15% more faster. Every year this is around the same benchmark, 15 to 20%. So 15% faster CPU, 30% faster GPU. And what's an upgrade this time is last year they upgraded the RAM to 16 GB instead of 8 GB as the base model, but still the SSD was 246 GB. This time they kept the RAM at 16 GB just like the M4, but the SSD now is 512 at the very base model. Always feel free to upgrade, for sure, but at the very base now you get 16 gigs of RAM and 512 GB space. That is what I got, the very base model. Let's just take 1 second and talk about the chips. So the M4 chip was alone very, very fast for me, right? The M5 chip still gonna be very overpowered for my workload, but you know, I don't know why I upgraded. I mean, Intel, Ryzen, I think they're probably still trying to compete with the M2 or M3 chip of Apple. So these computers are getting crazy fast. Now I know the MacBook Neo just got launched as well with the A16 chip. That is a very fast computer for being an entry-level laptop in the industry. Very popular, very good product, but I think on some level it's a little underpowered for most of the users. But still I say MacBook Air is going to be Apple's most famous laptop because I believe this targets a huge number of audience. Now finally, let's move on to the pricing. In Pakistan and in the US, this is where my lucky story kicks in. So, now I absolutely had no intentions of upgrading this year. Doesn't make sense. Still, I get a phone call and one of my family friends is traveling from the US in the 1st of July. They're coming to Pakistan. So it lit a light bulb in my brain and you know, I was like, why not? Because there is a difference of prices in the US and in Pakistan. In Pakistan, you get these Apple products very expensive. But in the US, comparatively, you get them cheaper, especially if a friend is bringing them for you. So I went online, I ordered the MacBook, sent it to my friend's address, and they brought it back for me. The very week that I ordered this MacBook M5, the following week, Apple raised their prices by $200 on this specific model and raised their prices on most of Apple products, mainly all their computer lineup. I mean, how lucky did I get? So don't get me wrong, with the 70-watt charger upgrade, I got this MacBook for around $1,400 with tax, $1,320 without tax, and now for that same price, what you get is a 13-inch. And this one is $200 more, so now this might cost you $1,600 with tax, but definitely $1,500 without tax. And that's without the charger upgrade. Moving on, let's talk about its pricing in Pakistan at the moment. Now you might be able to find some products from some vendors that have already bought these products on the previous pricing of Apple. If you get lucky, I highly doubt that these business people, they're gonna keep the prices low as soon as they hear the news. But you might be able to find it on the old pricing. So this laptop currently in Pakistan is gonna cost you somewhere in between 410 to 430 PKR. That is definitely not a cheap entry-level laptop here. I mean, at this price, it's definitely something very premium with a high budget price. So what I would suggest is reach out to your fellas in the US. If someone's traveling, best order it from there. Even in the UK, Apple products, very expensive. But anyways, about the price, I can go on and on and on. Finally, who should upgrade? I only recommend thinking about this upgrade if you're on an M1. M2 is still one of the fastest chip right now. M3 even better. M4 even better. M5 is just no comparison at the moment. So with all that being said, that was my first impressions and a quick review of the MacBook Air M5 15-inch in silver. If you like this video, hit subscribe, click the bell icon for future videos and updates and tech news and a lot more. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you.